Hey, member. Alrighty. Don't you dare settle here. Don't you dare settle here. If here is not the place that God's shown you, don't you dare settle here. Don't you stop. Don't you set up shop here if this is not your final destination. Don't set up this place as your permanent residence if this isn't the place where God has shown you. Do not settle here. Do not begin to treat this temporary place in your life as a permanent place if this is not where God's shown you. The one thing that I loved, one thing that I love about the tabernacle in the Bible was it was mobile. And they kept the tabernacle model until they reached the place where they would build the temple. What we need to do is we need to stop building temples in the wilderness. We have to now go back to our Old Testament mindset and build tabernacles. We have to be the tabernacle until we get to the place that God has shown us so that we can then become the temple. What happens is oftentimes we go through the wilderness. Oftentimes, I do teach. I don't teach at a school though. Oftentimes we go through the wilderness. Oftentimes we go through certain circumstances in life and then we settle there. We settle at the low income job. We settle in the abusive relationship. We settle living beneath our means. We settle in the dead church. And what happens is when we settle there, we say, God, you don't have anything greater for me. All right? But if you believe that there's something greater on the other side of this, if you think there's something greater outside of the situation, what I need you to do is not settle here. Do not make this temporary place your permanent residence. This is not your final destination. This is not your final stop. If you understand and if you know that God has something more for you, don't stop here. Come on, I need you inviting people. I need you inviting people. I want you to understand today that there is greatness inside of you, but it does not come out of you unless you unlock it. At some point, at some time, I will email you. You have to unlock it. You have to unlock that greatness inside of you. And can I suggest to you today that the door is only locked because you have not unlocked it. You have to unlock that. Why am I saying that the door has to be unlocked? What happened was you locked the door out because you settled here. But what you have to do, you locked the door because you settled here. What you have to do is now unlock that door. You must unlock that door. You must now open that door to new opportunities. Come on here. You have to now open that door to new chances, to new places, to new faith. You have to open that door because when you open that door, there's something waiting to come in. You don't even have to go out, but there's something waiting for you to come in. And what happens is since we've settled, we lock the door, we close out the world, and we stay here. We stay in our four walls of our church. We stay in our small mind of revelation. We stay and we don't go and we don't do anything. We don't welcome anyone else in. But there's someone waiting to benefit from what you have. But they can't benefit from it if you don't unlock the door, if you don't turn the knob. And if you settle here, then those out there will never hear your voice. If you settle here, those who are waiting for you on the next level will never meet you. This thing you have to understand is not just about you. I like it because I got an email today. Somebody wants to invite me to their church, and what they're doing is they're trying to do something that's never been done. There you go. So if you settle here and if you settle for the routine of things, then all you get is the routine. But if you say, okay, I need to now not settle here, but I need to now bring in some prophetic voices to my church. I need to bring in some new people to my church. I need to do something different and something new. So what you do is you don't settle here. You start strategizing for the greater. Oh my God, I didn't mean to go down that route. You have to begin to strategize for the greater. You have to begin to strategize for the greater. So what if they say no the first time? Continue to strategize. So what that they didn't like your idea? Continue to strategize. You must now figure out how to unlock the greatness. And key number one would be to strategize. Listen, there is always a way if God gives you a vision. There is always a way if God gives you a vision. Because it's His vision. It's His vision. Come on here. It was His vision. So if it's His vision, there is a way to make it come to pass. So there's a church, I don't know the name of it, but they bring in $100 million a year. $100 million a year. I can even imagine being the pastor of that church. And what they do is, when their pastor says God said, they find a way to make it happen. Because if God said it, there must be an avenue. If I told you that you were stuck in a room and there was $1,000,000, you would feel along the walls. You would check under the seat. You would look in the file cabinets because it must be here somewhere. Come on here. So the same thing with your destiny, the same thing with what God told you. If he told you it's in the room, it's a way to make it happen. And oftentimes we keep looking at the conventional and God wants to do the unconventional. Can I suggest to you today, don't settle here. Don't settle for doing things the same old way. Don't settle for the conventional when he's trying to do something unconventional. Is my time up? I got 2 more minutes with you guys. So I will end these 2 minutes this way. If you're looking for me via email, here it is. Here it is, my email. Here it is, Steffon, Steffon 87 at yahoo.com. If you're looking for me on Instagram, Periscope, or Twitter, at Unlock Greatness, at symbol Unlock Greatness. On Facebook, Steffon, Steffon Taylor. There you go. No. Steffon, Steffon 87 at yahoo.com. You got it right. Thank you so much, Miss Reese. You got it right. Alrighty. So that's it right there on the screen. One more time if you could. Steffon, Steffon 87 at yahoo.com. Thank you all for the hearts. You can continue to tap because that means that you want me to come back later. And that, yeah, that's my first name. And then you have to add the 87 at yahoo.com. Listen, pursue. I think I'm going to come back later and talk about pursue. All right, so you guys keep the hearts coming. Thank you so much for listening. Facebook is Steffon, Steffon Taylor. And don't I look pretty nice today? Amen. I decided to do the business casual, but then throw a jean vest on top of it. All right, well, you guys be blessed. Have a great day. I'll talk to you on Facebook, Twitter, or email. Enjoy.